Mr. Elliot Ashkenazi from Belgium is a student of, listen to this, International Program for Conflict Resolutions and Mediation Studies. Mediation Studies of Social Sciences.
Shalom, Mr. Ma. So I try, to teach you a second word in Hebrew now. So my question is like this. With all, the due respect I have for you, you have been rejected from Harvard 10 times. And you've proven that you don't necessarily need degrees from this, so-called famous university to succeed in life. So my question is, do you think that the entire educational system should be updated? Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The education system needs to be upgraded. This is something that I worry about, and this is something that I'm going all around the world telling the government officers that my worry. People worry about high technology, but young people don't worry about it. I feel very few young people worry about the future. Only senior people worry about it. One day when Alibaba used to be on PC, and then suddenly we moved to the mobile phone. A lot of people complain, mobile phone too small. How can you do shopping on such a mobile phone screen? And later we realized because our eyes are shut, so getting old. Young people never think it's small. They think it's big enough. Next 30 years, the artificial intelligence, the robots, all the high tech will replace a lot of jobs. This is for sure. When human beings invented computers, human beings should know that computer will be much smarter than human beings. They remember, they calculate faster, and they never get upset. They always keep on doing things. But don't worry about it. Machine can never win human beings. Machine can do only things machine can do better. Human beings have hearts. Machine only have chips. So what worry me about is the way all the things we teach our kids today, how to remember more things, calculate faster, all these things, machine will do better. Next 30 years, what are the things we should teach our kids that they will be different, they can do better, they can do the things the machine cannot do? This is I discussed with the president, they all agree. I think we should teach our kids how to be more innovative, how to be more creative, and how to be more constructive. Human side is more important than the knowledge. I think the past 200 years, human being made a huge progress because of the knowledge-driven based education. I think next century we should focus more on wisdom-based, or the human-based. So this is, I think, next 30 years, please pay special attention to the education system reform that our kids will never get disappointed because of the machine take a lot of jobs. There are a lot of jobs waiting for human beings. And next thing is I want to say is that pay attention to these companies who have less than 30 employees. Please pay special attention to the young people who are below 30 years old, because this is the generation who were born internet. They will change the world. So education is the key.
Next student is Yarden Shefi, student of accounting and business. Please.
By the way, we need a lot of social scientists in Alibaba. Because we have so many, we are managing an economy over 700 million people. That's so complicated. 1% of the bad guys, we got 7 million bad guys. And how to deal with it? Not all, it's not only bad guys. Some people have a strange behavior, but so what Alibaba needs is not only engineers and software programs. We need a lot of psychologists, social behavior experts, and this is something that we have to manage. So yeah, but thank you for the question.
Okay, so my question is, what was the most valuable professional advice ever given to you?
I
Professional.
could, again,
What was the most valuable professional advice ever given to you?
Given to
what
me.
Yeah.
What professional advice, the best that you can recall, was given to you?
Well, the first 2-3 years for Alibaba was a disaster. We did not have a business model. People in China did not believe internet. People did not believe e-commerce. What we did, the 18 people together, like 40, 50 people, we only have a vision. We don't know how to do it. And then we got an excellent person. He worked more than 30 years in GE. He gave me, said, Jack, it's about the system. It's about the people, value, mission, and people training. That's the best. And then year 2002 and 3, 4, I spent a lot of time training our people with the value, mission, and professionalism. And then we got more managers, more leaders than most of the other startups. Then we started to go better. It's not about business model. Later, it's about create values for the others. And that is very good advice for me. And we made Alibaba different. Even to today, we're still so much mission-driven, value-driven. And I believe we want to last 102 years. We were born 1999. Last century, we had 1 year. We want to go through 100 years this century, plus 1 year, 102 cross 3 centuries. So in order to survive, we have to be mission-driven, value-driven, and people-driven. Today we do e-commerce. Tomorrow may not. The day after tomorrow, we don't know what we'll do. But if we're mission, value-driven, if we believe young people, if we want to supporting the other people to be more successful, there is always business model. There's always money to make. That's what we believe.
Next student is Mr. Mauricio Figuera from Mexico. He studies laws. You still need lawyers in Alibaba?
Yeah, we
Lawyers?
need a law.
Yeah.
We need a law, but not necessarily lawyers. Sorry about that.
Okay, he studies Master of Law at the Faculty of Law. Please.
Yeah, thank you very much. I would like to know which is the first trait that you seek in a job candidate.
Whichever the...
What,
The first
what
quality.
are you seeking in a job for a new candidate in a job? For a new job candidate, what are you looking for?
Oh, what I'm looking for?
Not
Well,
lawyers. He doesn't
no.
think about lawyers.
sorry, we do a lot. We have like 200 or 300 lawyers. When Alibaba was in my apartment, I never thought a company need a lawyer. I never thought Alibaba in the future will have like more than 3 lawyers. Today we probably have 300 lawyers. Well, we need a lot of jobs because today we are handling 700 million users. I think we are going to handling 2 billion people. There are so many things that we have never seen, never imagined before. There's a lot of jobs like data, cloud computing, AI, we call Alibaba Intelligence. And there are so many things, the machine learning, that we don't know. And I don't think today there is expert of these things. Don't tell me somebody is the expert of e-commerce. Don't tell me somebody is the expert of internet. I tell you a story. 1996, I was invited to join a meeting in Beijing about internet. At that time, China was not even connected to the internet yet. So I went there, there's about 12 people in a room. They call themselves internet expert. I say, what? We got an internet expert. So they have a lot of worries. Oh, they worry this, worry that, and China should control internet, this. So after 20 years, I found all the things they worried never come out. All the things they did not worry all come out. There are a lot of experts of yesterday. There's no expert of future. The thing we do is we learn. So that's why you said what kind of job we need, what kind of candidates we're looking for. We're looking for every kinds of jobs. But the thing is that we hire you not because you are qualified. We hire you because you will be qualified if you learn together with us. So this is what Alibaba requests. We hire people. They're ready to learn. They're ready to take risks. They're ready to fail. And they're ready to suffer. And then we believe maybe 15, 20 years later, they will be the expert of their own field of the history. That's what we think.
We're going to conclude the session, so let me ask you, before we conclude, a personal question. You being at the helm of a mega company is always stressful. We know that you sing, we know that you dance, we know that you're an expert and movie star in martial arts. That's all we know. But what do we don't know that you do only for yourself? To relax, to wind up? Tell us something that we don't know.
Of course, there are a lot of things you don't know, and
And we won't know.
Okay. Yeah, you say I sing. I sing very good in my bathroom. But when I sing in the public, always feel. I feel this 3 times. In front of my colleagues, first time I feel 30,000 colleagues in the big auditorium. I thought I can sing well in my bathroom, so I started to sing there. Filled. And I love to paint.
Oh, that's new.
Yeah, I love to paint, but I'm not traditional painting. I think if Picasso can do it that way, why should I cannot do it that way? But I painted, and I got criticized by a lot of artists in China. They say, you are destroying our art. There are 3 Jack Ma's, I think. The first Jack Ma is people's imagination. You think he's great, he's bad. I think Jack Ma is not great, he's not bad, he's not smart, he's a normal. The day when I told my 17 founders in my apartment, I say, if Jack Ma and his team can be successful, 70 or 80% of young people in China can be successful. We're not smart, we don't have money. We don't have technology. We don't have anything. The only thing is that we work together for future. So we said, if we succeed, 80% of young people in the world, they can be successful. That was who we are. So people think, Jack, this is that your imagination. That is not me. So when I look at people say, hey, Jack Ma, people criticize him. I'm happy. People criticize. That's not me. People praise him and say, no, that's not me. I know very well this is not me. The second Jack Ma is the CEO, chairman of Alibaba. That's a tough job because all the easy, good things my team finished. And tough job. The things that came to me, normally not easy. You have to be, you have to be a CEO-like. This is not me, it's my job. It's me, it's my personal. I'm a straight boy, like any boys, in a poor family. I came from a very poor family, poor education. I love to make friends. I love to have fun. So I want to be back to myself. This is what I do anything, a lot of things that any boy want to do, I want to do. And I want to enjoy a lot of lives. But this is why I want to retire early. I can go back to myself. Because this is not me. This is my job. And the real Jack is something that I always want to come out. And yeah, every year I want to sing, I want to do something new.
Well, I would like to thank Professor Frankel, Professor Klafter, Mr. Ma. It was inspiring and frank, I must tell you. Dear audience, Mr. Ma is shortly be awarded a Tel Aviv University honorary doctorate. So let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you so much. Thank you.